Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to everybody participating in this Zoom meeting. Today is Friday, the 23rd. We just celebrated our Thanksgiving in the US last night. So we are all gaining a little, like 1 to 2 pounds, everybody. Thanks to Slim Roast Optimum Coffee, we'll be able to get rid of that. So those who can see, this is our coffee. It comes in tubs. And we also have 6. And those of you who are in Kenya, you have already received some samples. And some of you have already tried it. So the reason we are doing this meeting is because we have a business opportunity by Valentas. I came across this business through Mr. Mitch, and you will hear from him in a few minutes. Mr. Mitch approached me because he had been posting on Facebook that he has lost some weight. And I got curious and I asked him, what are you doing? And that's because I too struggle with weight. So I needed to lose some weight. And when I saw him, I didn't need an explanation. I knew Mr. Mitch loves to eat. I knew he's always been overweight. I know he does not like to exercise. So I'm not a gym fanatic myself. So if he could do it, I knew I could do it. So I asked him, hi, Mitch, what are you doing? He said, let's meet. Let's meet for some coffee. And we met and he told me, well, this is what I've been doing. One of my friends, Mr. Chuck, asked me if I drank some coffee and I said I do. And then he asked me, do I need to lose some weight? And he said yes. And then he sent him some samples of our Slim Roast coffee. This is a sample of the coffee. It comes in either stick or tubs. And Mitch told me that all he did was drink 2 cups of coffee. And I'm like, how is coffee helping you lose weight? And he told me, why don't you try it? And sure enough, after I tried it, I found out that my appetite was gone and I didn't have cravings for junk food. And I started losing weight. I've lost 10 pounds in 1 month. And then he asked me, do you want to make some money? And I'm like, why not? So he shared the business opportunity with me. And he told me, if you refer somebody, you will get paid. And I said, well, exactly what I need to do. So since that time, we have been talking about the product. We have been using the product. Last weekend, I was in Winnipeg, Canada, and I met the owner of the company and some of the professionals and people who have started this business 4 years ago. Mind you, this Optimum Coffee just landed and launched this May. And that's when Mr. Chuck got curious. And I'm like, Mr. Chuck, I wish you had joined this business 2 years ago. I'll be a diamond now. But there is no wrong time. This is our time. Mr. Chuck has already lost some weight. He looks good. Obviously, you can tell. So I met the owners of the company, and the culture in Valentas is something I've never seen. I've been doing network marketing for several years now. I've been in several companies. I've been in a coffee business, and the culture in this company is nothing that you have seen before. There is teamwork, there is family, there is love in the company, and it's all family. We don't have the diamonds acting like we cannot be approached. We were all mixed together and we are working together. And we have access to the leaders. That's the one advantage we have. So 3 weeks ago, we started this Zoom and we have shared this company with several of you. And most of you are already here. Some are not able to make it. They have other engagements. But we always record this Zoom meeting, so you will be able to get the recording and follow through with what we are doing. We do have a WhatsApp group, so those who are interested, you will be able to join the WhatsApp group. Mr. Chuck will go through how to join the business, how to get started, what to do, and before even we go there, I would like to invite Jennifer to share a testimony of how she felt about this coffee. Mr. Chuck, if you can unmute Jennifer Sankale. I think you muted yourself, Mr. Jack.
She's unmuted.
Go ahead, Jennifer.
Maybe she's got her phone muted.
Go ahead, Jennifer.
Yep.
Unmute yourself. We can hear you. We can hear you, Jennifer.
Not yet.
Okay, let's go ahead, Mr. Chuck, while Jennifer struggles with her mute button.
Okay, real good. Hey, welcome everybody. My name is Chuck Hansen, and you know, it's exciting for me, you know, after 3 weeks now to see the organization, the intrigue of starting a brand new country. I mean, it's I saw John Hernanza, who is my second upline and master distributor to the company, start a group in Kazakhstan. And it's been 1 year since he just went over to Kazakhstan, got a small group started, and he just returned from Kazakhstan, their 1 year anniversary, and they had over 500 people. It's now the 4th largest market for Valentis, you know, in the world. So very exciting to see all of you, you know, being the pioneers of a brand new country. And Marianne, hats off to you for getting everything started. So, you know, my story is pretty simple. I've been in the network marketing industry for 30 years full time. I've made a significant amount of money. And quite frankly, I wasn't looking for an opportunity. But Dave Jordan, who's the CEO of Valentis, called me in May, and he told me about this incredible weight loss coffee that they were just about to launch, and that's the Slim Roast Optimum that Marianne was just talking about. And you know, little did Dave know, but he caught me being the fattest I had ever been in my life, which wasn't good. And so I listened to the call, I heard these incredible testimonials, and I decided, you know, what do I have to lose? I'm gonna buy some coffee and see if it works for me. So I did. A week later, it showed up. I started drinking 2 cups of coffee every morning, just like I do normally. And in 1 week, I had lost 9 pounds. In 1 month, I had lost 18 pounds. It's now been almost 6 months. I'm down 30 pounds, right? So I'm now getting back to the weight that I should be, and fitting in all my clothes again. And I just started sharing the product with a few people, Mitch being one of those people. And he very reluctantly took my sample, and you know, he hoped it wasn't going to work for him, and lo and behold, it did. And so now he's joined us, and on, you know, on goes the group. But you know, let me tell you a little bit about Valentis. Dave Jordan and his wife Joyce own the company outright. They have no investors. They have no outside interests. Dave had previously owned a $100 million sports memorabilia company, and that's a company that deals in baseball cards and all kinds of sports, you know, collections and so on and so forth. He was one of eBay's biggest vendors. He got introduced to network marketing several years ago, and he went through 4 companies, startup companies, that all failed him, that all went out of business, you know, during the time that he was part of those companies. And he just got disgusted. You know, he got disgusted with the ownership and, you know, not being able to run a company. So 4 years ago, it's July of 2014, he started Valentis. They started, you know, very small. I mean, the first, you know, that first 2014, they did $300,000 worth of business. And then the following year, 2015, they did $3 million worth of business. So a pretty nice growth. But the next year, 2016, they did $32 million in business, and they were, ready to grow. They had a slight challenge with the formulator that created the coffee, and got into a dispute with them, which led to a downturn in the business. But what it really led to, I mean, that problem was the reason we have the Slim Roast Optimum, which is a much, much, much better product, and a patented product, by the way, that works almost instantly. And that's why I came out of, I was kind of semi-retired, but that's why I came out of being semi-retired to build another organization, because of the product. I mean, it's a product that everybody already drinks. It's a product that you don't need to explain very much about. And it's a product that works almost instantly on almost everybody. Like Marianne said, suppresses your appetite, takes away your cravings for junk food. When I saw the results that I got, I just, it was very obvious to me that if I didn't do this, if I didn't engage, I was going to regret that decision for a long time to come. So I engaged and started sharing, the business. My organization and my income has skyrocketed, as a result of just sharing the business with, a few people. My very first check in June was a whole $724 for the week. We pay weekly, right? So last night was our close of business, and today, Friday, we get paid, and we get paid via international. We get paid on a prepaid MasterCard, right? Prepaid MasterCard. The money goes right to it, and then you can spend it. That was, this getting paid every week. My check has gone to almost $5,000 a week, in 6 months. My sponsor's check was $3,000 a week when I joined him. His check just now went over $15,000 a week. Rick has made $1.6 million so far with Valentis over the last 4 years. But his sponsor's check, the person I talked about going to Kazakhstan, John, his check just went over 40,000, right? 40,000 a week, right? Unbelievable. And it's only been 6 months, and things are moving along. So I'm excited for all of you, especially now getting some product and being able to try the product and getting registered. So, I think what I want to do is I'm going to go into a screen share real quick and show you a couple of things. And one of those things is the Valentis back office. This is what our back office looks like. There's all kinds of different tags and menu items over here. But one of the menu items is our websites. I mean, we've got a tremendous amount of assets. I call them physical assets, because in 4 years, the company has built all of these things. And, here's our main website. And I'm just going to click on that and open that up so that you guys can see it. But seems like it's loading a little slowly, but hopefully it will load. Maybe it's because I'm on the Zoom. I'm not quite sure. But I'll come back to that when I know that it's loaded up. We also have product specific landing pages, but for the most part, you know, what I do and what I teach everybody to do is get everybody pre-enrolled. And we've got a landing page. We've got a couple of different landing pages that we send people to pre-enroll them. And a person just simply fills out their contact information and gets pre-enrolled into the system so that they actually have a very limited back office that they can go and look at the genealogy, they can look at the products, they can look at all of those things and investigate, you know, kind of from the inside. And you get by pre-enrolling, you get a position in the genealogy so that you can activate, and you activate that by placing an order. Now, you know, there's basically 4 different ways to come into the business. If you were, you know, just looking at the business and you just wanted to try the coffee, maybe this is the best way. You know, $59.95, get 1 canister of Slim Roast. And that's got 30 scoops in it, or about, you know, 30 cups. The other way is to buy a 3-pack of product, which is right here, which is $129.95. You can pick out 3 of the different products that we have. And on the product page, it explains everything about the products. The 6-pack is $199.95 plus shipping and handling. And again, you know, great value. But really, if you're interested in making money, then the only choice is really to buy this package, the Business Builder package, and it's $499.95. And why do I say that? I say that because it accomplishes 2 things. It maxes out the compensation plan, and so that you are paid the maximum amount of money that is possible for the effort. And then it also gives you 350 of the optimum single serving packages we call sticks. So it gives you 350 sticks that you can go out and share with someone. So much easier to do that than to get the product in a canister. Let's see if that website, yeah, there we go. So this is our main corporate website. And as you see, there's all kinds of videos on it. Up at the top, you can read all about the company. You can click over and see all about the products. You can look at the opportunity. If somebody clicks on order, what happens is that they have the opportunity to either become a preferred customer by just clicking that and then filling in their personal information, their username, password, and shipping information and payment information. And then they can select again their basic package, $59.95, their starter package, $129.95, the advanced, $199.95, or the other business builder package isn't on there because it's not for a preferred customer. So or they can become an independent representative, and to do that, it's a $20 additional fee. It's a one-time fee plus the addition of making your product purchase. So again, $20 fee and a product purchase gets you a back office just like this, and so that you can utilize all the systems and everything that we have. And you know, it's a great system. So, you know, what I want to do is invite Mitch. Mitch is sitting on the beach in Florida somewhere, down in South Florida. So I wanted to invite Mitch to come over and say hello. And so Mitch, I'm going to unmute you, buddy. So why don't you come on in and say hello?
Good day, everybody. Can you hear me okay, Chuck? Can you hear me, Chuck? Okay, good. Hey, everybody. I'm super excited about what's going on here with Belenis. I'm sitting on the beach. I'm on vacation with my family today for this holiday, this U.S. holiday. But really quick, just to share my story, I saw this idea about 11 weeks ago. I've known Chuck Hansen for about 28 years. He was influential when I was in my 20s, and he was probably just a hair older than that. But, you know, he was a guy that was very successful that I chose to keep in touch with for a long time. And I was doing my own thing. I had some other things going on, and I wasn't really planning on any of this. And Chuck reached out to me and asked me if I drank coffee and if I wanted to lose weight. And I said, yeah. I'm thinking, well, I'll play along to see what he's got. And he said, well, I've lost 26 pounds since I've started drinking this special coffee. And I said to him probably something like, well, I'm glad it works for you, Chuck, or better yet, I'm glad you think it works for you, but I've tried these types of things before, and, you know, it's not probably going to work for me. And he said, well, why don't you give it a try? I said, okay, reluctantly, as he said. I tried it, and I could tell in the first cup that it was working. It wasn't like I had the caffeine jitters or anything like that. It was very clear that it was working. I had great energy, great focus, but I didn't have hardly any appetite and no cravings. It was the craziest thing. So I gave it to my wife, and she tried it. Same type of response. She said, that's crazy. I took it to my doctor. I said, Doc, this stuff works way too good. I said, this stuff's like, you know, crazy. So he looked at it and he said, I don't see anything wrong with this. It's all naturally occurring ingredients, and there's not very many of them. He said, if it works for you, keep drinking it. Well, then I had a problem. I had to call Chuck back, and I had to tell him that I really liked the stuff. So I called him, Chuck called me. He said, how'd you like the coffee? I said, Chuck, I was planning on telling you that I don't like it. It's not for me, and good luck. And sure enough, I love this stuff. This is absolutely crazy. So since that day, I started referring some great people like Mary Ann and Dell on the call here. And, you know, one of the things Chuck said on that call was, he said, you'd be okay earning some income referring people to a great product, right? And I said, well, yeah. I said, I don't have stupid written across my forehead. I'm pretty sure everybody I know will drink this stuff. And he said, yeah, I think so too. So I jumped into business with him. I got the Business Builder Pack, started sharing it with people, and that was 11 weeks ago. So since I've been drinking the coffee, I've lost 3 pounds per week, down a total of 60 pounds. I was stuck on my weight for a while there, but the coffee did it for me. And the crazy thing about it is, so far, Belenis has deposited $8,826 in my bank account. Absolutely crazy. I would have never thought that would have happened. So I'm super excited. I'm very, very excited for all you fine folks down there in Africa and Kenya. Very, very excited. So welcome aboard for those that want to jump on board with us. And thanks for having me on the call, Mary Ann and Chuck. Back to you.
Well, Mary Ann, that's a nice quick overview, and I'll turn it back over to you, girl.
Okay, Jennifer, are you able to speak to us now? Can you unmute? Jennifer is muted. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, can you tell us what you experienced after you drank your coffee?
Well, after I drank my coffee, I felt like throughout I got very thirsty. That's something I should not hesitate saying. I've been taking water the whole day and I'm not getting enough. My experience, that's my first experience because I took it this morning. I've been with 3 bottles in my in my car, and now I have refilled 1. I feel so energetic, and I think I want to take it in the morning rather than in the evening because I didn't sleep very well. I felt like waking up and walking around, the energy is too much. And kind of the whole day, I have not eaten anything. I've just taken a glass of juice right now, and I'm not feeling hungry. No cravings, zero cravings.
Awesome, awesome. Did you weigh yourself before you started?
Luckily, I had gone to hospital yesterday also, and they had weighed me. So I have yesterday's weight.
Okay,
As
so weigh again in the morning and see what you see.
I will.
Okay, so what do you think your clients are going to think about this product?
Hey, this is a bomb. This is a bomb, I should say, because you feel like it has started working instantly, you know? And you feel so full, yet you've not eaten anything. No appetite, zero, and you're so strong. You know, sometimes you lose appetite and feel weak. Now this one is different. Very different.
Awesome. Mr. Chuck, I guess we have a home run here. We cannot be able to keep enough samples. So once your products come, be sure they'll be going quick. So we got to order a lot of products and the power of duplication. Yeah, I would like to say, do not
Yes.
focus on selling the product. Focus on showing people to do what you're doing. So we have the power of 3.
Yes.
Get 3 and show them how to
Yes.
get their 3. And Mr.
So,
Chuck
okay.
went through, let me put myself on. Mr. Chuck went through how to get started, and he told you the best pack to come with. That is a $4.99. Remember, we have, I don't know if you see that. Remember, we have other packages. So if you need to lock your spot, whatever it takes, lock your spot, because we have Nigeria coming on board. And once Nigeria comes on board, if you don't get it now, you will be at the bottom. So the best thing to do is to lock in your spot by ordering a product and then upgrade to the $4.99 as soon as possible. And one thing you can do is to get your people to pre-order their product. You know the product works. So those that have samples, they need to share their samples and get orders. Collect the money in your credit or debit card and get your order done. You can start this business with zero money. As long as you have trust and integrity from your friends, they will trust you. That's how we order from Amazon anyway. You pre-order your product and then get the product. So get your money, order your product, and then we start the business, and we'll work with those who are serious. Also, those who are already in the business, remember, you have a cold list and a warm list and a hot list. The hot list are the people you know they're ready to go. Those are already here in Zoom anyways. Your warm market are people that you know their name, you have your number. These are people you work with, your family and friends. Now, those are the people that they should know what you're doing already. You know, tell them what you're doing. And it doesn't matter what they say, your goal is to collect your no's. Get to your no's very fast so you can get your yeses and get them in the business as fast as possible. Why? Because if you don't tell them, somebody else will tell them. Now, I don't want to recruit your warm market. You need to be recruiting your warm market. If you don't tell them, your neighbor is going to tell them. So we want to help you get your people as soon as possible. And then we can now start working on the cold market. Now, your upline or your sponsor is not responsible for your cold market. You're responsible for your cold market. These are people that you don't know. These are people that you meet from LinkedIn, from WhatsApp, from groups. You don't know them, but now what you want to do is to convert them to your warm market by starting a relationship. You get their phone number and start a conversation. If you need to know how to do that, get back with me and we can talk about that. It's very simple. Acknowledge people, give them compliments, find out what they do, career, find out where they live, what schools they went to, what does their family look like, and then just start a conversation. Don't bombard your cold market with the business. It doesn't work that way. You have to warm up your cold market, your warm market, and then tell them about the business. This business is very easy. We have this Zoom every Friday, 4:30 p.m. Kenya time. Now, the reason why I say it's easy, because in my previous businesses, we had to drive to a meeting, we had to pay for a meeting, and you know, it just gets very expensive. But here you can watch this Zoom from the comfort of your home, from your phone, from your laptop. At work, you can take a break and get it done. So the experts will do the work for you. Your job is just to invite. So if you need more information on how to convert cold market to warm market, get back with me. Is there anybody with a question, a comment? John Dongo, have you tried the product yet? You're the one doing the distribution in Kenya. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I've already tried the product.
What's
I've
your
already
experience?
tried it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, like what Jennifer is saying, I more or less experienced the same because honestly, yes, you're energetic and you really feel like you want to go on and go on. I mean, like if it is working and waking up, like I'm used to waking up at 4:30. I found myself waking up maybe sometimes at 3. And funny enough, that is related to my son's time to going to school. So still now, I'm still strong enough, you know. I'm like, there are no those cravings for asking, I mean, rather even asking anything to bite or something of the sort. But water, yes. Water, you'll have to take a lot of water. So I'm going on with water because I'm a fan of water too. But it is a product to go with, honestly, yeah. I like it. Yeah, that's all, Marianne.
Awesome, awesome. Charles, do you have anything to say? You're the superstar. You're rocking and bringing people like crazy.
Yeah, this Charles Chiriot. My products are already delivered in Bomet. I'm extremely looking forward to collecting them in the morning. And I've lined up about 3 people who I'm going to sample tomorrow. And I'm super excited because Jennifer is talking sense here and I am following her notes. And I'm excited because she's going to be our support here in terms of testimonies. So we are so thankful, Jennifer, Marianne, for bringing this concept to us in Kenya. Is a new thing, and I can assure you we are on top and we are going to run it. Thank you so much.
Awesome, awesome. Mr. Chuck, I guess you are not able to get Mr. Dave on board.
Okay.
Is Dave available today? No?
Okay, guys, so are we, okay, now I'm good. So Marianne, are we about wrapped up? Are we, what do you want to do from here? You all set?
I was asking, were you able to get Mr. Dave?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Dave Jordan, is he able to join us now?
You know, I didn't hear from Dave, so he might have eaten too much turkey, but you know, we'll just move on, and I'll get this recording uploaded into YouTube, and then I'll get it over to everybody. You know, again, I'm so excited about, you know, all of you starting to catch the vision, right? Catch the vision of what's going on. And, you know, with a global seamless compensation plan, and with us being able to ship product to any country in the world, you know, it really, you know, takes and expands our marketplace to everywhere, right? Anybody, anywhere. And, you know, with coffee being the most consumed beverage on the planet, you know, this is going to be a slam dunk. So I'm super excited for all of you being the pioneers, and you know, I can't wait to get over to Africa. It's a place that I've never been to, that I've always wanted to go to. So I'm going to check that off my bucket list before very long, and come over and visit with everybody. So, you know, God bless. Marianne, thank you very much. Del, thank you. Mitch, buddy, thank you. And don't get sunburned down there on the beach. And everybody in Kenya, you know, thank you very much for joining us. So Friday afternoon, your time, we'll have another Zoom. So invite some more people, and let's build up the numbers. All set, Marianne?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. See you Friday.